Dewey Public Library is proud of our robust all-ages programming, though until now, none of DPL's programs have been tailored to suit the needs of newcomers to our country and to our community. Our analysis revealed that DPL services are disproportionately underutilized by the 15% of our population who were born outside of Canada. Our immigrant population is projected to increase by 50% within the next decade, and DPL must stand prepared to meet Oyster Bay's changing demographics. In this presentation, we will be laying out our proposed business plan for a flexible new approach to serving the diverse community of Oyster Bay, the Immigrant Support Strategy Framework, or ISSF. The ISSF will seek to meet the following goals: identify and meaningfully respond to complex immigrant information needs, identify and dismantle barriers to access, equip all staff with tools, knowledge, and skills to serve newcomers, provide guidelines for community-led program development, establish the library's multiple roles for newcomers as a social and educational space, develop ongoing assessment practices to improve DPL services to immigrants in the future. The framework structure will consist of 6 core elements. All DPL staff will be prepared to welcome immigrants with the implementation of a regularly maintained referral service. Professional development is necessary for all staff to become proficient in use of the referral system and understand the complex needs and barriers of immigrants in order to welcome them appropriately. Fostering connections with immigrant social networks via outreach will allow DPL to advertise services and guide future directions, as well as assess barriers and needs specific to the community. Instilling guidelines for the creation of educational, cultural, and social programs informed by community-led practice. Allies in the community via partnerships are essential to the success of the referral service, the program development plan, and DPL's outreach initiative. Ongoing evaluation will enable DPL to serve Oyster Bay better in the future. The framework will require us to update some of our policies. To be a welcoming space, we will need to guarantee enhanced confidentiality that does not gather any data about a person's legal immigration status. Our collections development policy will need to better reflect our multilingual community. We will also need to revisit our hiring practices around diversity, equity, and inclusion so that our staff reflects the broader multicultural profile of our community. The ISSF is firmly rooted in evidence to understand information needs and barriers. Our research indicated immigrants from different backgrounds and at different stages of settlement have a wide range of information needs, requiring a multimodal response like the ISSF from the library to best serve this underrepresented population. Our research indicates immigrants tend to rely on their personal networks as their primary information source. These findings about the importance of social networks reveal that to immigrants, social needs are information needs. The ISSF includes development of programs guided by community-led philosophy to create opportunities for newcomers to meet new people, develop their language and employment skills, gain confidence, and build social capital. These programs, alongside the proposed referral service, will help newcomers with their many information needs, which include language learning, arranging housing, accessing health information, job seeking, education, settlement, citizenship, and pursuit of personal interests. Knowing the importance of social networks, outreach and community partnerships are at the core of the framework to connect meaningfully with newcomers wherever they are. The ISSF was designed to address the many language, cultural, social, and informational barriers immigrants face. Examples include colored perceptions from previous library experience, lack of awareness of library services, having no ID for membership, anxiety regarding cultural norms, language and attitudinal barriers, fear of embarrassment, and feeling unwelcome. Training is key to develop knowledge, positive attitudes, and cultural sensitivity that combat barriers. The first impression is vital for immigrant success in libraries, and engaging all staff ensures newcomers are successfully acquainted with the library. A literature review by Wang et al. Lays out a framework explaining needs, barriers, and library interactions that is the foundation for developing the ISSF as a comprehensive strategy for DPL to understand and improve immigrant services in our libraries. A comprehensive training program is at the heart of the ISSF. Any staff involved in the initiatives must gain understanding of the theoretical and practical implications of community-led work that underpins the program. We plan to establish training modules, guest speakers, and workshops for all staff to augment their knowledge of our local immigrant communities. Targeted workshops will train staff in basic phrases in common diasporic languages and encourage opportunities to build competency in those languages and cultures. All staff will also be trained to use the library's new referral service so they are prepared to make connections to partners and resources. The ISSF includes a robust communication strategy. Inside the library, knowledgeable and culturally competent frontline workers will create a welcoming environment and promote the program. Newcomers will be welcomed with library tours, translation services, and via inclusive language on the website. To promote our program, library staff will attend public events and visit locations in the community where immigrants are likely to be found. Additionally, traditional marketing materials such as posters, bookmarks, and pamphlets will be left in key areas of our community. Discussion with our partners at these centers will be ongoing so that our organizations may promote each other. We will also invite immigrants to participate in library meetings and host discussions on issues at the library. DPL will invite diverse people to volunteer or seek employment at the library to foster a welcoming and inclusive atmosphere. The success of the ISSF relies on continuing evaluation of DPL services and the needs of Oyster-based community. The proposed methods include focus groups and interviews that will take place in a variety of settings and levels of formality, observations from staff, and surveys to measure staff attitudes, patron satisfaction, and efficacy of referrals. Our continuous evaluation process is intended to monitor the updated framework of service and pivot if needed, identify if DPL has met community needs, get data to improve future services, and improve outcomes for users of the services and for the library. The ISSF budget represents about 2.6% of DPL's regular operating budget of $3 million, and the most significant expense is the hiring of a full-time settlement outreach support liaison. While the addition of a liaison means adding another full-time salary to our expenses, we have been approved for a government grant from Citizenship and Immigration Canada, which will allow for the liaison position to be funded for the first year of this initiative. Assessment on the future of this position and potential further funding will be revisited throughout the ISSF's first year of operation. We have also included some funds from our regular library operations budget, which represents about 0.5% of our total operating budget. However, the majority of these funds are already intended for activities such as staff training and program delivery, and as such, do not represent a significant new cost. We're excited about our direction moving forward. Please take a moment to review our timeline. Thank you for joining us today. Moving forward, we anticipate future assessment of the liaison position, new opportunities born of relationships made through the program, and exploration of emerging translation technologies. For right now, we look forward to working with you to bring our dream of the Immigrant Support Strategy Framework to life.